Hey guys, Mike here with StoneCoatCountertops.com. Today we're going to show you a project that we use the same accent colors in, just use two different base colors. What a combination you can do and get any look you desire. This is a very easy project to do. It's do-it-yourself friendly, and by the end of the video you'll have the confidence to do it yourself. You can visit us anytime at StoneCoatCountertops.com, and please visit us anytime for free project support. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, this is an amazing technique. I'm going to show you how we use these Rust-Oleum stone accent paints. These are really cool. I really like using them. We've tested them out, and I'm going to show you just how simple you can get very repeatable results right now. Let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I actually picked up 3 different colors of these stone textured accents, and at first I was a little bit nervous about the texture, about the bumps and the high points, and they actually don't affect the piece. It works out really well. It's a very easy technique, and it doesn't really matter which order that you spray these on, because it comes out fabulous. And I actually overlap them until I get the coverage that I want and the realism that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to shake one of these cans up, and the key is not to be too close to the piece when you spray these faux paints and that kind of thing. You want to be far enough away, and don't be at too steep of an angle where you get it to spatter at an angle. You want it to come down in dots and make it look real, okay? So what you also got to do is address those edges. You want to do the edges first, and then the field, or the main body of your piece. And make sure you sand your paint and primer in one before you do this, so that you get a good mechanical bond. We got this primed with 2 coats of paint and primer in one. This is in the color Natural Gray. We're going to do a Natural Gray and a Suede Gray and show you the difference with the same techniques. All right, here we go. All right, this is our Suede Gray, and I'll go ahead and sand that too. And it doesn't take a lot to sand any high points off this from your paint primer in one. Whether you're doing a small piece or a really large piece, the results are going to be very similar. This is an easy technique, and it's very repeatable. All right, so I'm going to start with my dark color first, because if it's too dark, I can always add my lights to kind of hide some of that dark. That's just a theory that I like to go by, and it works out pretty well for me. Make sure you shake these really good. Whenever you're going to use a spray, you want to test it in an inconspicuous area. Just make sure it's spraying how you want it to. And we got our table set up here to make this a dirty environment that we can test our spray anywhere we'd like. All right, here we go. So again, I'm going to start on those edges. I'm not spraying too much material, just a little bit, so that I don't overdo it at first. You can always add more. You can't take it away. Come around here to this front edge. Okay, that looks really good so far. Let's go ahead and do the field now. There we go. I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and do another color. I'm gonna do this white here. This is called Bleached Stone. That other one that I just used is called Mineral Brown. All right, and I'm going to show you what these look like on just 2 different shades, but it'll look totally different even though we're using the same spray. Oh, I like that. I like overlapping it with the white there. Okay, now we're going to add this final color, and this is called Stone Sienna. All right, let's do it. Shake that up a little bit. Do those edges. Now I'm just going to fog it on here. Oh yeah. And if you just wanted it white, you can do that. You can do whatever you want, but look at that. That's going to look so real when we go ahead and use clear Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy. Boy, you can see how fast that is, how easy it is to get a very realistic granite look. Wait till you see the epoxy go on this. The key with a setup like this is you have to have something durable to go over this if you're going to use this as a countertop application. Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy is the perfect bridge to that gap. We'll show you how that works. It's heat resistant, it's scratch resistant, it's perfect for your countertop use, it's food safe, and it's fun to apply. All right, let's do the other color here. So we got the natural gray color, and let's switch to Suede Gray and see just what the difference looks like. Okay, we're going to start with our darkest color again, that's mineral brown. Let's go ahead and do those edges first. Here we go. Again, keep that spray can a little distance away from your workpiece. I'm about 12 inches away, maybe a little less. Okay, let's do that field. Boy, that's just a completely different look with the same color. This is going to be neat contrast here. All right, let's do that Sienna. And you can do one color, you can do many colors. It really doesn't matter, but I think adding more colors makes it look more realistic. Okay, let's do the field there. Boy, and I can already tell that one of these cans would go a very long way. Okay, let's go Bleached Stone here. Okay, I'm going to do the field now. And I'm going to go both directions just so I don't get... Okay. Boy, I need a little bit more light right there. I'm just going to... There we go, fog that. I like maybe a little bit more right here. There we go. Boy, I really like that look. Let me grab that other piece and put them side by side here so you can see we use the very same colors and we got a totally different look. Okay guys, you see how easy the underpainting of this project is. It's very simple. In fact, it's a lot of fun. You really feel like you're creating something. It's really cool. I'm going to let this dry. We'll come back here and we'll apply our clear Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy. We'll see you in a bit. All right guys, we've let this paint dry fully to the touch. It's just very dry, and what we're going to do now is we're going to sand off the high points and just get rid of any of the little roughness. But with the nature of this product, you're going to have some high points. It's going to be a little rough. So we'll put our first full flood coat on at 3 ounces per square foot. We'll mix that up, we'll let that dry, and we'll come back tomorrow and do our second clear coat to make it lay out like glass. You know, right now these look really cool. I like the look of them, but when we add this clear Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy, that's the wow factor. It really wakes it up, makes it look real. You know, this, I've seen a lot of Corian look like this. I've seen a lot of different man-made products look like this, and even some stones will resemble this speckledy look. So let's go ahead and put that clear coat on and see what difference it makes. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do here is we're going to sand all the high points off and make it feel nice and smooth to the touch. Here we go. So all I'm doing here is just knocking off any real high point. It still feels rough to the touch, but that's going to be just fine. We're not high enough to mess with our Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy at all. Yeah, that one versus this one, it's quite a big difference, and that's all it takes. This is just 220 grit sandpaper, and we're just knocking off any high points. I'm going to peel my sandpaper off my little sanding backer. I love this thing. We have a link to this on our website. You can buy this right on Amazon, and you know, once I started using this, I can't live without it. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and do those edges. Oh yeah, that's great. You really want your edges smooth, but again, you're going to have some of this product that's going to remain high, but I think it's going to lay out really good. There we go. Let's do the other one. And I just can't believe the difference in the look of just those two colors. A simple color change on the base gives you an entire different look with the same exact product on top. A little rough right there. Yeah. You know, and I feel with my hands, just like I
I see with my eyes. So I'm gonna see with my hands and see how it feels, and I do a lot of my work using my hands. All right, here we go.
All right, we got our Stone Coat countertop epoxy all mixed up. If you haven't seen our video on how to mix, you can go check that out anytime and learn all the tips and tricks on that. What we do is we mix for 2 minutes with a drill and a paddle to make sure we get a thorough mix. But when you do that, you're going to really entrain some air, especially the smaller the mix. So when you entrain that air, we're gonna torch that out. So it'll look a little white in the bucket when you have a small amount. That's okay, we'll torch it out, no problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 3 ounces per square foot. We'll do both of these pieces, and we'll trowel it, we'll chop it, and we'll torch it. It'll clear on us really well, just crystal clear. Here we go. You can see how white that is, and that's normal when you entrain that much air. I'm gonna put the rest of it right here. Okay, and we will trowel these out and chop them. You want to get your material out of your bucket so that you can go ahead and get this trowel and torched. If you have it in a mass sitting in the bucket, it'll heat up and you'll lose your working time. But if you get it out on your surface, you have over 45 minutes to work with our products, and it's just plenty of time to do really amazing effects. But because this is such an easy color, oh goodness, this is just going to go really fast. So I know at 3 ounces per square foot, I'm not using too little epoxy, but I'm not wasting it either. That's a great rule of thumb. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prime my brush using that extra epoxy right off my 1/8 inch square notch trowel. You wanna use a 1/8 inch square notch trowel because it gauges it at the perfect height. Okay, I'm just gonna chop this out. And all I do when I chop it out is just do a random pattern. Boy, I can see through some of that cloudy epoxy right now, and man, that's gonna look neat. I like it. It's like revealing a Christmas present when you do this. You know, you really get these neat effects that come to life right before your eyes. And it's fun to try new things and have sample boards ready so that when you're doing a project and you have a little bit of extra epoxy, hey, why not try something new and see if you hit a home run? Oh yeah. Okay, let's get our next piece out. All right, so here's that lighter sample that we did with the same colors. Trowel that out. I'm not pushing the epoxy off the edge too much. Just make sure that you get the entire thing covered. Let's go ahead and chop this out. What an easy color to do. I could do veins in this if I want to. I could do all kinds of different looks. This is one of the easiest samples I've ever done. I think you guys are going to love it. I'm just brushing those edges horizontally. I've chopped it. Now I'm going to start torching it. All right, we're going to use our regular propane torch. You want to make sure you get a torch with holes in the base so that when you tip it over, it doesn't go out. It's really good. We have a link to this on our website to get this torch head. We really like it. Cheaper torch heads sometimes don't do the job really well. A heat gun will work, but it's just like using a flathead screwdriver instead of a lithium ion 18-volt DeWalt drill. So that's the difference. So I really like using a torch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and torch this air out. We'll switch over to the next one, and we'll do that 3 times, and these should look like glass. Here we go. And all I'm doing is just sweeping this right across the top. You don't want to go too slow. You're not going to get all the air out on one shot. Don't worry about that. We're just starting to pop those bubbles and let them come to the surface. Let's go ahead and do this one. You can see how it starts to clear that up. Okay, we'll let this sit for a moment. We'll come back here and we'll torch it a second time, and then we'll repeat the process and do it a third time. We'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do our second pass right now. Here we go. Yeah, that's clearing up really good. Wow. Okay, we'll let that set up for a little bit, come back in about 5 minutes, and we'll do our third and final torch. If you're working with really dark colors, you may need to torch it more than 3 times. Just play that by ear. You may have entrained a lot of air because you mixed up a little batch, and the black will really show you. But I could see that these are clearing up just perfect for us, so we're gonna go ahead and let this sit for a minute. We'll come back. Okay, we're ready for our third torching. Here we go. Hey guys, I had a great time with these 2 projects. This was a lot of fun. I like testing and trying different colors and different aspects. And I'll tell you what, I could see a lot of color possibilities with just a few different colors of spray paint and a few different colors of base color. The sky's the limit. I can't wait to try some more colors. On a scale of 1 to 10, this was an easy do-it-yourself friendly project. I'd give it about a 2. You can do this at home. It was a lot of fun and stress-free. You can visit us at our website anytime at stonecoatcountertops.com. Please give us a call for free project support. That's what we're here for. We love helping people with their home project. We love helping contractors add this kind of product to their business. You know, we just love the comments that we get in the bottom of our videos. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you thought of this project. And remember, until next time, from Stone Coat Countertops, you got this. We'll see you soon.